You're listening to Cosy English Podcasts.
Your cozy place to speak with ease.
You walk into a work event. Everyone seems to know someone, and you have about 3 seconds before you reach the snack table alone.
A stranger looks at you and smiles. Your mind searches for one clever sentence. Nothing comes.
Maybe the problem started before you spoke. You were trying too hard to sound interesting. Welcome to a new episode of English Between the Lines. Joining me is Emily, and today we're talking about small talk without awkwardness, especially those first 30 seconds.
And across the table is Mike. We'll practice a simple pattern for starting a conversation. Notice, ask, and share. No brilliant opening line required.
That sounds useful because opening moments can feel much harder in a second language. You're choosing words, checking grammar, and reading the other person's face at the same time.
Yes, your brain has several jobs. In your first language, a phrase like, busy place tonight, may come out without much thought. In English, you might build the sentence, question the adjective, and worry about your accent.
Meanwhile, the silence grows, or at least it feels as if it does.
A 2-second pause can feel like 10 seconds when you think someone is waiting for you. Then you put pressure on yourself to come up with something impressive. Come up with means create or think of an idea.
And pressure makes simple language harder to find.
Right. Give yourself a smaller task. You don't need to entertain the person. You only need to give both of you an easy place to begin.
Let's start with notice. You look around and make a neutral observation about something you both can see or experience.
The place, the event, the weather, the food, or even the line you're standing in can work. At a conference, you could say, "This room filled up fast."
At a neighborhood event, maybe, "They picked a good day for this."
At a class, "There are more people here than I expected." These comments are safe because they don't ask for private information, and the other person already shares the situation with you.
Neutral matters. "This speaker is terrible" may get a response, but it can make the conversation uncomfortable.
Especially if the stranger says, "That speaker is my boss."
There goes the snack table escape plan.
A neutral observation leaves room for different opinions. Try, "That presentation covered a lot," instead. The other person can agree, disagree, or mention one part they liked.
We should also avoid comments about someone's body, age, accent, or relationship status. Even a friendly question can feel personal when you've met 5 seconds ago.
Keep your first comment close to the room. You can move into personal topics once the other person opens the door.
I like that image. Look around before you look for a perfect sentence.
After you notice something, ask an easy question connected to the situation. At a party, "How do you know the host?" gives the person a clear subject.
At a company event, you could ask, "How do you know the organizing team?" Or, "Do you work with this group?"
Another flexible opener is, "What brings you here?" It means, "Why did you come?" But it sounds more social and welcoming.
It works at conferences, community events, workshops, and even a friend's large party.
Context helps. If you ask, "What brings you here?" in an elevator at someone's office, it may sound as if you're checking their permission to enter. Maybe save it for an event.
Good warning, your tone matters too. A relaxed voice makes the question sound like an invitation. A sharp voice can make it sound like an interview.
You can soften it with a short lead-in. "This is my first time at one of these. What brings you here?" That already begins the third move, sharing.
Before we get there, what if learners worry that "how do you know the host" is too basic?
Basic helps. The person can answer without searching for a story. Small talk often grows from ordinary questions because both speakers have enough energy to add something.
Now we have share. Why add a personal detail after asking a question?
Questions alone can turn the conversation into an interview. You ask, they answer. You ask again, they answer again. After a minute, they may wonder if you're collecting information for a form.
Full name, job title, reason for attending, favorite sandwich.
Exactly. A small detail creates balance. If you ask, "What brings you here?" you can add, "A coworker mentioned the workshop, and I got curious."
That gives the other person two paths. They can talk about their reason for coming or ask about your work.
Keep the detail small at first. 1 or 2 sentences can do the job. You don't need your complete career history.
Suppose I say, "How do you know the host? We worked together a few years ago, but we haven't caught up in ages."
Good. Catch up means talk with someone after time apart and hear what has happened in their life. Your detail also gives me an easy follow-up. Where did you work together?
Sharing also reduces the pressure on the other person. They don't have to carry the full conversation.
And you become a participant instead of a question machine. A useful rhythm is question, answer, small detail, then follow-up.
It doesn't need to follow that order each time, though.
No. Treat notice, ask, and share as 3 tools, not a speech you must perform perfectly.
Let's hear the pattern at a work event. I'll play someone who has arrived early. You're standing near the coffee station.
All right. The coffee seems to be the most popular part of the event so far.
It usually is. I came straight from work, so I needed it.
Same here. I nearly went home first, which would have been dangerous. What brings you to this event?
Our sales manager invited me. She thought I might meet some local clients.
That makes sense. I'm here with our design team, but they disappeared the moment we walked in. Do you work nearby?
About 10 minutes away, near the station. How about you?
We're on the other side of town, so I don't come to this area much.
And now the conversation has several possible directions. The neighborhood, the event, local clients, or the missing design team.
Let's break down the opening. The coffee seems popular, was the notice. It was light and connected to the room.
What brings you to this event? Was the ask.
And I shared 2 small details. I had come from work, and I was there with my team. I didn't wait for you to do all the talking.
You also responded to my answer before asking another question. That makes sense. Showed that you had listened.
That short response makes a big difference. Compare it with this. Our manager invited me. Where do you work? The second question arrives too fast.
It sounds like a survey.
Give the answer a little space. You might say, "Oh, you may meet some useful people tonight. I'm hoping to meet a few people from marketing." Then continue.
We need to handle the response that frightens many learners. The one-word answer.
How do you know the host? Work.
Ouch. Did we fail?
Maybe the person feels shy, feels tired, or didn't hear the question well. A short answer gives you little information about their opinion of you.
We can try one gentle follow-up and offer something ourselves. "Oh, do you work on the same team? We met through a volunteer project."
That shared detail gives them another chance. They might say, "No, different teams. I'm in finance." Now you have somewhere to go.
And if the second answer is still short?
Let the conversation end without treating it as a disaster. You can say, "Well, I'm going to get some coffee. Nice meeting you." A good opening creates an opportunity. It can't force a connection.
That's important because learners sometimes keep pushing. They ask 5 more questions, hoping one will unlock the person.
Watch for signals. Does the person face you, ask something back, or add details? Those signs suggest they want to keep going. If they keep looking across the room or checking their phone, give them space.
There's another option when the first question lands badly. Return to the shared situation. It looks like the talk will start soon. Have you heard this speaker before?
Yes, you're changing the topic without making a big deal of it. Conversations need small adjustments. Native speakers make them too.
Let's give listeners a quick practice moment. Imagine you're waiting for a workshop to begin. The person beside you closes their laptop and looks around.
Start with a notice. You might say, "It looks like we have a full room today."
Then ask, have you taken one of these workshops before?
Then share, "This is my first one, and I'm hoping to get a few ideas for my team." That's enough to begin.
You could change the words, of course. The useful part is the movement. Shared situation, easy question, small piece of yourself.
And leave a pause after you speak. Some English learners rush to fill silence because they think the other person needs help. The person may need 1 second to think.
A calm pause can make you sound more comfortable, even when you feel nervous.
Your first line can be ordinary. "This line is moving fast," may lead to a great conversation. "This line is moving slow," may lead to a new friendship and a very late coffee.
We began outside that work event, searching for one clever sentence before reaching the snack table.
Now you have a smaller goal. Notice something you share, ask one easy question, and offer one personal detail.
Try it once this week. Use the room, the event, or the situation. Give the other person something simple to respond to.
If you receive a short answer, try one follow-up and share a little. Then read the signals and let the moment end if it needs to.
Thank you for listening. We hope your next first 30 seconds feel a little lighter.
Take care and see you next time.